good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is HVAC Startup Technician. Just to shoot you a quick video on how to test your AC. This is a Honeywell T6 thermostat, and we just turn on our AC on, and I just want to show you guys what the things you look for if your AC is not working. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you may need to have a meter, something like this. This is a UEI meter, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna test to make sure, just a simple test, that we have power wherever we need it. So the first thing you're gonna test, if your AC is not coming on, you could invest in one of those small meters here, and we're gonna pull our red and our yellow. So red is for power, our yellow is for our cooling. So we're gonna test those two first and make sure you have 28 volts in here. So it's a simple test, and I'm gonna walk you through the test right now. So you can just pull this wire out and pull this wire out. Your meter, turn it on here, and you want to make sure that you're getting 28 volts. Once you put a 1 lead on this here and 1 lead on this, and we are getting 28 volts here. So it tells me that we're good. All right, so that's one of the first tests you do to check. So once you're getting 28 volts, you could also come back here and wire nut these two wires together, and that's a way to bypass your thermostat. So if your thermostat is bad, you can just turn these two together and your cooling gonna work. So let's just put that back and go back and do some other tests. Here we go. And our red, and those things are really easy. All those thermostat, you could just go color to color. It is not very hard. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks, and we're gonna do some more tests, and we'll see you at the other video. Thank you, guys. Welcome back again to HVAC Startup Technicians basic testing your AC. First, you want to come here. This is your evaporator coil. But you want to come down to your unit and make sure that you could hear your fan running. This is very important. You want to make sure that you have a good signal from your unit going to your thermostat, and it's telling the thermostat to turn on the heat. Sorry, to turn on the AC. So you want to make sure that you could hear this fan is running, so we know our AC is working. So this is very, very, very important. Okay, it is very important. So we're telling us exactly what needs to be done over here. All right. Also, this is your line that goes outside to your condenser. This is your liquid line, and this is your vapor line. If this is on, you may feel a vibration. You'll feel a vibration. You'll feel it a little bit warm. And this is your vapor line. It's always insulated. All right. One more test you could do to make sure that the problem is not in the unit, because you could hear the unit is running, the fan is running, and air is being circulated. All right, guys. Yes, guys, we're again testing our AC and looking at the many things that could happen. We have the AC inside, but we're at the condenser and we not hear it running, so it's not running. First thing we're gonna look at is our low voltage wires, which is right here. We'll see we connect it in here. We look at our contactor and it's pulled in. See, there's a space where the contactor is pulled in. That is telling me that our low voltage wires are good. So we have no problem with the furnace, because the furnace is telling the unit it's ready to go because the contactor is pulled in. What we need, the next thing you need to check if your system is not working, is your electric. So that's your high voltage coming in. So I'm gonna start by testing. I wouldn't start by testing here. Normally we could start here, put a meter here and put a meter here, and make sure we get in, which should be 240 volts. But we're gonna look at this. This is our disconnect. So first thing, we're going to pull this disconnect over here. You always want to check for electric if your contactor is pulled in, because you know the system is doing what it's supposed to do. It's telling the unit inside it's ready to go. So we're going to take this, turn it around, make sure it's to the on position, and there we go. It's now running because it has that 240 volts coming from your disconnect to your condenser. Alright guys, so these are the major 3 things you should be checking if you're having any AC problem. You want to start with your thermostat. To recap, you want to check your lines in your thermostat, make sure the thermostat is not the problem. So it's very important, you want to check that also. I said before, you can recap, you can also take the red and the yellow wire or any other wire that you have connected to your AC. Most time red is for power and yellow is for cooling. Wire that together, and if the thermostat is the problem, then the unit will work. Then you know you got to change the thermostat. Also take a look downstairs or wherever your unit is, make sure you could hear that fan running. And the last thing is to come outside and make sure the condenser is running. Also, you could also feel up here, make sure your airflow is good. It's the temperature where I am is not very warm, so the air you're feeling would not going to be warm. And then you could also check, well, all this stuff. So all this stuff, you know, have all this stuff. Make sure my refrigerant level are good. There is no leak in my lines. And also, this is my capacitor. If this is bad, you might see a certain bulge, so we know we're good and everything is good. So to recap, these are the 3 things how to tell if your AC is working correctly. Alright guys, see you on our next video, and thanks for the like and subscribe.